Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of the F1 2020 Driver Career Mode with Ferrari, episode number 66 today for the Dutch Grand Prix. It's season 5, round number 3. Of course, if you have missed any of the previous videos, then I recommend you go and check them out in this series. The playlist for this series is in the description below, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. See plenty more episodes of Driver Career Mode in this series. Whether or not we do a following series will ultimately depend on the launch of F1 2021, which, if the leaks are to be true, July the 16th, we'll have to wait and see. Also, yes, just want to mention we're closing in on 400 subscribers, so if you have not yet subscribed, then please do. It must helps me out in sustaining the channel. Moving to R&D then, we've got to put a drag reduction upgrade, ultimate drag reduction upgrade. I'm thinking that maybe we go then after that to the Sashi side, because it's a front and rear downforce one, and then we're going to alter that. We might do this brakes upgrade first though, to get it out of the way so we have better cornering, because we've got Spain and Monaco following Zandvoort, which obviously is going to two tracks, the third sector at Spain, as well as the well, just the whole of Monaco really would be able to help get that very better rotation speed. But of course we do lead the championship, surprisingly, considering the fact their car isn't there. Vettel's only down in 6th place, I think that is. The 6th and the 5th place. We did win the Bahrain Grand Prix, spoiler alert, on screen now, and also got 3rd place at Australia. So can we keep that streak going in the Netherlands, a track that I haven't yet won at on this game yet? We'll have to wait and see. But that ultimate drag reduction upgrade came in just in time for the Dutch Grand Prix, and now we are looking to get some more resources. Annoyingly though, we didn't get quite enough to put that brakes upgrade on straight away, so we had to wait another week, which is annoying because otherwise that's going to delay it until the Monaco Grand Prix, as opposed to getting on the car for sort of testing it out at the Spanish Grand Prix. I did think about doing the tyre wear upgrade will definitely have to follow, because then we got those final two ultimate upgrades on the weight reduction and weight distribution, and I think that's going to make the car really good on the Sashi side. I thought about rushing it, but then I remember the fact that the last one we rushed, it went a bit bad. It's a 10% one, and it's going to come in for the Monaco Grand Prix. And there we go. That's hopefully going to come out. That'll be a couple of weeks time. But moving then to the Dutch Grand Prix, the rain curse continues. Then I swear somebody is constantly doing a rain dance, and they keep getting answered, because the first half of the race, the qualifying, excuse me, will be wet. So we'll have to navigate that. Hopefully it dries out in time and can go on to slick tyres. In terms of the R&D graph, Mercedes Red Bull did not bring any upgrades coming into this one, so we've closed a gap with that ultimate upgrade. McLaren looks like they brought an ultimate upgrade, as have Renault and Williams as well. None of the other teams bringing any upgrades whatsoever, and the likes of Haas, do they even have R&D? Have they actually? They haven't even put an upgrade and Alfa Romeo on this car yet. So ultimately we're looking to close the gap onto Red Bull and Mercedes. As soon as we've done that, then we can start, well, hopefully we can start working as a team with Sebastian Vettel, bring him back for one last round out in his Ferrari days. Hopefully, well, with me in first, him in second, we can win the Constructors' World Championship, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes on. Moving to qualifying, then you can see here that it is actually quite wet. Well, from the first shot it was. The second two shots aren't quite that bad. It is going to be intermediates by the looks of it for the first half of this session. We'll see if we can get into the slick tyres at the end of the session. First lap was our fastest one. I did try and go to multiple laps, but I just really couldn't. After that, the tyres just fell off. They just decided to again, there's a sort of a bit of a glitch on this game. Even on 25%, the tyre wear on the intermediates is quite horrific, as we get a little bit of a twitch getting out the final corner on the banking. So 19.6, enough for 4th place here. And now we're going to go, it is though dry enough at the end of the session to go on to set the slick tyres. So this is good news for us. We're able to get DRS and we're going to try and capitalise. To be fair though, our intermediate time wasn't that bad around here. We obviously the upgrades aren't working well, as people will be improving. You can see there we're already 1.5 seconds up. We're not even in the top 10 as Latifi goes fastest. He's first across the line. I'm sure those lap times will be coming. There's De Vries. Zhou has gone fastest now. Couldn't quite see that. Bottas 11.3. Surely that's going to get easier. We've gone purple in sector 1. That's where we're fastest. Verstappen at 10.7. That's more like it. Bottas has sort of failed really to improve here. 5.5 seconds up already. I don't think it's going to be a purple lap time. Sainz improves on Verstappen's lap time now. So Bottas, it's bad for him really. We're down to 15th place, but we're going to improve massively. 7.5 tenths up. Now Magnussen as well needs to improve. I think he's just up the road. He goes on pole, Magnussen, at 10 flaps. As we're going to be the last one to cross the line. Can we get anything where there? No, it's a 10.4. So what's that going to be? Only 9th? I'm pretty sure we should be higher up than 9th. Oh my goodness. So the game is glitched because the AI only ever do, even though they could have done a second lap on the second set of tyres, it's not in the AI's coding to do multiple laps in a row. They only ever do 1 lap at a time in qualifying. But yeah, we've got the likes of De Vries, Machisica, and co. The Hasses, the Williams, they're starting up at the front. Can they get points? We'll have to wait and see. Sebastian Vettel qualified down in last place alongside Charles Leclerc in the Renault. Leclerc was second last time out. He's going to be second to last. We'll see what we can do though. Can we get a good result here? It's time for the race. Today's Dutch Grand Prix.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and Zandvoort, 25 miles away from Amsterdam, and the host for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. Zandvoort circuit, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout a 2.6 mile lap. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Now, can I talk to you about Pierre Gasly? Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position and Luca Giotto completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Zhou, Latifi, Kevin Magnussen and De Vries, Matsushita, Sainz, a Ferrari and Lance Stroll, Verstappen, Norris, George Russell and Albon, Kvyat, Ocon, Antonio Giovinazzi and Charles Leclerc. Vettel and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
I think we can. I'm hoping we're going to aim for the target. Surely has to be second place, and we're going to do the half and half strategy again, from soft to mediums. I think that's sort of the strategy that goes well for us. But yes, 9th place on the grid. We need to get ahead of Sainz and I think Magnussen as well. If we get ahead of there, we'll be doing fire lights out and away we go, and it's a good start, better than Sainz. That's one of the two drivers I mentioned out of the way. Go around the outside of Magnussen and also both of the Haas cars as we turn to the inside of Latifi. We're going to try and sweep to the outside to see if we can get Giotto in the McLaren car, and we can do around the outside of the carousel. It's a very good start and up into P3 as we try to get Zoe, but nothing doing there. As we just really need to look at Bottas. I think Bottas will sail off into the sunset, but Giotto, we sort of had a little bit of a twitch there which sort of forced Giotto offline, and I'm sure now that one of the Haas cars is going to get ahead of Latifi as we move to lap 2. Same old move out of the carousel, out around the outside of Zoe and up into second place, and we're here now where we wanted to be. That was the target. We now need to push on as Latifi now. The Sainz hasn't had the best of starts. Verstappen's had a better start from 11th on the grid. Sainz now is going down the inside of Latifi, who's yet, I believe he hasn't yet scored a point in the 5 seasons he's been in this career mode, as George Russell is out of the race. We jumped to lap 10. A couple of people who came in and make their stops. Nothing really happening in the opening stint. We went longer because I was worried about Magnussen, Sainz and Verstappen did not pit, weren't coming into the pits. Bottas came in on lap 9, so I thought about just overcutting to cover him off. As Vettel's coming in as well. Hopefully he doesn't get caught up, although he was quite some far away and hasn't really made that much progress. Bottas then has the lead back again now, but we've now got Sainz and Verstappen directly behind us. We did have Magnussen, but Magnussen got jumped. We take a look at the safety car, which is now red for this series, I should point out. As Bottas leads, the safety car comes in then. Bottas, he should have, I think, we're going to be a little bit naughty here and keep Bottas he's a little bit slow out of the bank, and he cuts across us though to cut us off. Can we get this around the outside? This is be a crucial move. We cannot allow Bottas to get in front, and we do manage to round the outside. We squeeze him off out of turn 2 into turn 3 and into the carousel. We have the lead, and I think Sainz actually gets ahead of Bottas in the air. So yeah, Bottas had tightened a bit of his line, a little bit of a twitch there. Obviously his tyres aren't as fresh as ours, and Sainz goes through. Verstappen will also be looking to get through. Verstappen hasn't really got that many points. So watching now the battle for 10th place. Latifi is still in the points. It's a fair play. He's come out the pits, but now he's got Albon on Vettel. Both of them have struggled, and Albon has gone completely around the outside of Vettel, as Ocon as well, our former teammate from the latter half season 3 and season 4, has a little look. Sainz now has a look up the inside of us in lap 14 on that corner. Again, this middle sector I'm terrible at compared to the AI. I know a couple of you guys also have been saying that you don't really get on against the AI in the middle sector. The first sector though you can really OP, but we jumped to lap 18. Sainz could not get in front of us. There's Bottas as well. It's going to be, ladies and gentlemen, another victory. We've got lucky again. 2 victories in a row. It's victory at Zandvoort.
Nice work, that's P1. Race win, well done.
And the enthusiasm there from Jeff is about as enthusiastic as a boiled potato.
What a great race then, and what a magnificent victory here at the Dutch Grand Prix. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again.
So we've won again. I don't know how we're getting this lucky. I'll tell you what, Spain is the next race. It's sort of been a bogey circuit. We haven't been there for a couple of seasons actually in this career mode, so be interesting to see what we can do there. But we do win. Carlos Sainz gets his first podium for Mercedes. He finishes up in second place. Bottas finishing up in third. Verstappen disappointed with fourth. Magnussen stays sixth. In the end, Giotto was the only one of those lower cars. Latifi unlucky in the end to fall behind. But yes, in terms of the Drivers' World Championship, 17 points clear of Valtteri Bottas. We're in dreamland. We haven't been this far, this clear of any driver since F1 2017. Going for a championship in a driver career mode is rare, especially the fact we're in the 5th season of this career mode and have not been led at all up to this point. But yes, Vettel not scoring today. He's sort of, I don't know if he got a bit of the glitch, and as a result of Vettel not really scoring, the Constructors' Championship is a lot closer, with Mercedes getting at least second and third, but we do have that 8-point advantage over Mercedes. Whether or not we can continue that, we'll have to wait and see, but hope the signs are looking good for Ferrari and ourselves at the moment.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win?
It wasn't a comfortable win. It was a bit of a nervous win, I must what. But the team was behind us, and we managed to pull the strategy under the safety car.
You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
Well, obviously the game glitched, so the little team started at the front, so we had a good advantage at the start.
Everyone's expectations, isn't it?
Well, we've got very lucky so far. Surely that luck has to run out at some point.
Appreciate your time.
I think that luck, because Mercedes, yeah, we kept them behind, and that's due to the fact we have now good aero and also good engine. We've only got one ultimate upgrade left on the engine. Power wise, it's actually quite good. It's only literally down based on the other stuff like the fuel and the R&D, and even then we've only got 3 ultimate upgrades. So yes, that Sashi upgrade should be coming in, not this week but the week after, and then we're already closing in on this ultimate tyre upgrade, and then we'll be able to get the final 2 Sashi upgrades. I think once we got the final 2 Sashi upgrades, then we can start looking at potentially those 2 ultimate aero upgrades, and they're coming quicker than I thought we'd get them on the car as well. There's one minor DRS which I'm not really worried about, so I'll probably get these 2 ultimate downforce upgrades, and then the final of the ultimate upgrades I want to get on is this ultimate engine power upgrade. Yes, we do have upgrades coming to the engine from the team that will be coming. The first one on the 2nd of July, 7th to 17th of August, and there's another one coming at the end of 2 coming at the end of the season. So that's going to give us even more power anyway for the second half of the season. So once we get to the likes of Belgium and Italy, our engine is going to be a lot faster than what it is now. So that's why I'm sort of leaving the engine for now. Yes, we might be a little bit slower, but come the final rounds of the season we are going to be looking good, especially at Mexico and Brazil. I think we're going to be looking very good for victory there, which we need victory there if we're going for the championship. We'll have to wait and see. Bottas has been very consistent but hasn't won yet. Verstappen won the first race in Australia, but then there's sort of fallen back. He didn't have a very good race in Bahrain, only finished 9th, and sort of was out of sorts today. He couldn't get past Sainz. He was behind Sainz for the majority of the race, and when Sainz pounced on Bottas, he couldn't get past him either. And Verstappen, I don't know if this is the time for a fall of Red Bull really, after him winning the World Championship in season 4. Albon not having a great start either, and even the likes of the AlphaTauris, Magnussen was only 5th place today. He got jumped in the pit stop. Gasly had a pretty woeful one and down in 13th. So there's definitely a chance if those Red Bull, Mercedes and AlphaTauri get their act together, that we could start to slip down in the likes of Spain. We've got Monaco as well to follow, and Azerbaijan, Canada and Austria, 3 of my favourites on this game. We've done very well there. We've won both of those. Well, we should have won both of those 3 tracks by now. And then we need to get a lead. If we're not in the lead by the time we get to after Austria, then we might start to struggle. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave it today. If you have enjoyed, then leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. See plenty more episodes of the F1 2020 Driver Career Mode as and when they come out. But until the next video, it's time. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your day. And goodbye. Bye.